I just have to share some craziness. Everyone thinks I'm a hard ass. Oh, I thought you wasn't afraid of nothing. I was like, I'm afraid of a lot of things. I guess I come off like I'm not. So I was like, I'm gonna push myself. Come out of that fear box. I decided to watch a scary movie last night with the lights on. Turned it off before it finished, and I just finished watching it, and the whole time I feel my face and it made me realize something I've known. The thing that I'm most afraid of, it's humans. We're the most dangerous animal on this planet. And I had someone argue before, we're not animals, we're humans. Go back to 5th grade science, bro. Anyways, in the end, I was like, I don't know if that was worth it. I'm okay being a scaredy cat. I'm okay not watching things that disrupt my soul. Because when you're an empath, you feel other people's energy. You feel it through movies. You feel it through their energy changing it. You feel it. I can't explain it. One day you level up, you get there enough where you understand what I'm saying. It affects everything about you. Used to, if I was going to watch a scary movie, I'd have to watch cartoons for hours and probably sleep with the lights on. And I was like, why put myself through that? My friend even said, why are you putting yourself through that? Do it in the daytime. And I was like, it's not going to make it any. My daughter's here. I can watch it. I almost went and slept in my daughter's bed with her last night because, like I said, I'm a scaredy cat. And I'm seriously okay with that. I've gotten to a point I don't have to prove anything to anybody. You call me whatever you want to call me. If I need to act like a hard ass, I'll act like one. But if it comes to a scary movie, I'd rather watch a cartoon or something that's going to lift me up and make me laugh. Because even at one point I was like, whoo! And see, I might have even made you jump. I don't like jump scares. I don't like gore. I don't like mental way of thinking. And I'm talking mental as in psycho. And I know a lot of people enjoy that. That's for you. It is not for me. But my biggest problem when it comes to gore and things like that, somebody had to think of the thought. And then it makes me realize how twisted the human mind really can be, and that which we see in front of us has happened before. And then that makes my heart break because I'm like, what kind of savages do I live among? And then my brain goes through history and how we even came upon this continent and what we did to take it and say it's ours. And it's a slippery slope up in there. I can ramble and go all different ways, and you'd be like, what? I'm not following. I'm following, but it's just like a rabbit hole. And it's because, for one, I avoid television for the most part, probably because something like that. I'm over here just kind of I wonder if I'm going to sleep tonight. I don't know how that made me feel. And the ending was so disappointing for me. I was like, I thought there was going to be a resolution, not a potential part 2, because I don't know, it was an okay movie to watch alone, but not really. This is me just trying to get out I just watched that. And it's funny because, like I said, I don't watch much of anything. Everyone's like, what do you enjoy watching? I don't. I make videos, I paint, I sew, I cook, I chill, I like to be outside. I'm not easily entertained. And I want to say because of where the entertainment has gone in our world, it's a little dark. Whenever I was younger, we embraced superheroes. And now that my kids are younger, all the shows are about the villains. And now the shows are becoming more sci-fi and supernatural and demonic. And it's funny because that's kind of been the leveling of my consciousness about the reality in which I exist in. It did start off as Halloween was spooky time of year. Then as I got older, it became, all the time in the year. And then it was kind of like, why are we celebrating wrongdoings and like idolizing those individuals? And now it's almost like when you get to that existential crisis, you know, the reality doesn't make sense anymore, so everything has to be blown up to be pieced back together in a way that you can level up, let's say. That's kind of where we're getting in society. And I was talking with my neighbor the other night, and her son came out, and I think he's 12 or 13. And I was like, so sad, I'm the same size as a teenage boy. She goes, actually, you're smaller. Either way it goes, this little boy's brain was firing on 1,000 cylinders. I had a deeper conversation with that child than I have an adult in a long time. And he started talking about how our universe is pushing into another universe, because we were talking about different realities, you know. So we were each discussing our concept of the reality of the world around us, and she was talking about how she's woken up in different situations and she felt like she had been in a totally different world. And I was like, yeah, you're shifting timelines. But we all shift timelines on a regular basis. I don't know if people understand this. Like, most people believe that time is flat rather than we're in an orb, that time exists because of our idea of time. But it's also not like clockwork. It's more like onions and layers. So as your energy changes, you're moving in and out of the sphere, fluctuating between it, not moving out of it. But when it comes down to it, where you are energetically, you know, when you're to the core, everything's tight, right? That's where the seed exists, or the pit, or the life, the new potential life. And then as you get further away from that life, you have a looser way of being, but there's less living matter. It's like an onion. If you peel off that outer layer, it's actually more, it has less flavor because it is further away and it has grown upon itself. I know I'm probably just going crazy talking right now for most people that are like, what in the world is she talking about? Changing your energy, shifting timelines, and all this came from watching a horror movie. Don't do it. It will be hard to sleep. I'm gonna be all right. Instead, I'm just gonna go down the rabbit hole of thought. So just remember that everything you do is going to affect you on an energetic level, and it's going to push you closer to the life or further away from it. And honestly, the further away from it that you are, the more you accept the 3D reality around you, the more you're going to find that life is not as fulfilling. It might be gratifying instantaneously, but oftentimes when we have instant gratification, there's no satisfaction because it's not lasting. So when you can get closer to the core, the seed, the potential new beginning, you'll find that things begin to attract, and it's almost as if you're drawing from the nutrients and the particles that are on the outside that you're bringing into the inside, and then your world changes. But only you can do that. So as much as I'm saying, don't go watch a horror movie, don't go watch a sci-fi thriller or a psychological thriller, maybe some people need to, so their brain will start pumping again. Just some food for thought of me going, witta witta. Sending you peace, love, and light. Doodles.